say you're trying to hire like an intake specialist for your firm, which is always a good idea, regardless of whether or not you have an answering service, because the answering service will capture the lead, but that the intake specialist can like really take them through and all that, right? And you hire them and you don't have a plan. You just kind of like give them a phone and say like, oh, when they call in, ask them this, and this is what we do. But you haven't given them like documentation or how it works for you or your experience with other clients and what they're looking for and what you're trying to answer. So I would say get super regimented about the scenarios that you're in and like listen to your successful phone calls, right? You can go, I hope you're recording your phone calls, but you can go and outline the flow of a phone call with your typical wanted case and say, okay, this is how I answer the phone in this manner because this represents who I am as a person. They were like, oh, I'm calling because XYZ. Great. Can you tell me a little bit more about this? Oh, here's how we usually handle this. I could go on forever and ever, right? But if you don't have that outlined for a person that you're trying to hire or outsource to, you are abdicating the control that you're looking for.
Yeah, and you're wasting your investment, right? Like, let's say you hire like an intake specialist. Their job is to communicate with the lead, qualify them, and make sure that they stick with your firm. And now our answering service can do some of those things, but what it really ends up doing is you set up a system whereby we ask the questions you need. We identify what kind of client this is. If you really want to, we can transfer them to you. But if you just want to review the message, it's on you. You review the message, you see what the intake said, and you say, okay, this is a qualified lead. I'm going to call them back, see if I can turn them into a client. If you hire an intake specialist and that is what they're doing, you haven't actually saved yourself any time. You're still the one who is looking at every lead, analyzing whether or not they're qualified. And so in that scenario where you hire an intake specialist, you need to make sure that you've set up criteria so that they can tell, okay, this is a person who's worth our time. This is what we're looking for. It might seem like a little bit of a nuance, right? Something that doesn't matter on the face of things. And that might be true, again, when you're dealing with 10 phone calls a day. But once you scale up to 50, 100 phone calls a day, that 30 seconds of reviewing every lead is going to save you so much time.